Welcome back all, this is your favorite first generation LordVucious Apollo here with what is going to be the final installment of the RosenkreuzStilette playthrough as Spiritia, as we are about to go through the final sets of stages on our way to defeat Iris. If I hear a joke regarding about what am I fighting for, at least in terms of the Iris reference, any Iris references for X4, I will gun you down like the dog that you are. Nah, of course I won't. I can't do that to my viewers. But seriously, this stage is gonna be like the old boss rematches that Megaman games are so famous for. First they're gonna restock on a few bits of energy, and then the long drop to our teleporting rooms, where we get a couple of references besides the whole boss refights. What you just saw before I'm facing Libea again, those were golems. They're kind of like the Doc robots from Mega Man 3 in that they're taking the abilities of certain bosses. In this case, the 8 bosses that we fought before head to the final stages, obviously enough. That's pretty much the reference in all this. Oh yeah, Grolla's weak to Tara's weapon. Just for the record, since she was the first one I fought. But anyway, pretty much going through the gauntlet again. Nothing too special for the most part. All you pretty much do is just beat them with the weaknesses, and you pretty much got yourself wow. I really never did Twari battles that good before. I'm kind of impressed with myself. Anyway, as I was saying, there isn't much to say. If you know the weaknesses and you know the boss patterns, you can pretty much take care of this in about a couple of minutes. Of course, that doesn't mean that there are some annoying bosses still, even with their weakness, Psych being one of them. But it doesn't matter. In the end, they all go down the same. All it is just prolonging the inevitable. Let's see. Ah, little squid girl. What is she dressed up in anyway? I want to say a fox, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure a random watcher would clarify what she is, well, what she's wearing. Oh, I keep forgetting small things. You know that some of these boss rooms are just not plain flat or have walls in them. Take into account that some of the earlier boss arenas had no walls or had uneven boss arenas in terms of platforms and stuff. This could either make things easier or harder. You would assume easier now that you got some room. But take Freudia for example. Dodging those snowflakes could be a bit of a pain with a small enclosed space. Speaking of which, showing off her weakness since I didn't do so last time. Stupidly trying to jump over, trying to get close to get back to the teleporter. But I just should have took pot shots at her. Which was kind of dishonorable because I chose to shoot her from behind. But then again, since these aren't the actual people, who cares about honor? Speaking of dishonorable victories, don't forget that she's the Metal Man of the game. Now to deal with Iris. And in her Dr. Wily clone glory, hello Iris machine. With a freaking projectile arc that reminiscent of Mega Man 2 again. But this time we got a little bit extra. with the lightning pillars that fire from time to time. The closest thing I think I can say in terms of references would be X6, if you remember the final Sigma battles. But that's probably stretching it a bit. I really wouldn't know what reference this would be from in terms of the Iris Machine's second form. But anyway, use the Lustatem for the first form, use the bombs for the second, and you got yourself a victory. And now, it's time to end this. All the chaos and turmoil that Iris has done, it is about to come to a head right now, as we're about to head to the final stage, known as RosenkreuzStilette. And by now you should already notice that there's kind of a change in the camera's frame rate, in the video's frame rate I mean. I'll explain that after the fight. But first I freed Talos, who was actually being controlled by Iris when we first saw it. So now that we freed him, he's helping us to reach Iris. And now, the obvious connection to Dr. Wily has gone a tad bit too far at this point. And it gets worse. You know what she's about to do if she's a Dr. Wily clone. Hello, hide and seek games. But the music in the actual background of the boss fight is actually really good. Although when she reaches halfway, it's probably gonna resemble another reference. But that's once I get to the second half. First half, dodge the energy balls and dodge the lightning. Part of me messing up was anticipating the wrong move. For the second half, avoid the lasers that she throws at this point, which I somehow didn't do this time. Avoid the lightning as always. There's also a full screen lightning attack that she does, which should be, she also still has the energy balls. And once she's done with 3 attacks, the 4th time she appears, then she shoots a laser. Oh, her official name is Seraph Iris. If you notice the background, and if you know a certain final battle in Megaman X8, the resemblance in some ways to Lumine, it's kind of astounding. And she battles like Dr. Wily, and her palace is about to get destroyed like Skull Castle, and she makes her escape. Now, yep, the Megaman references went a tad bit too far, but of course, knowing that there's a sequel on the way, guess it can't be helped. Anyway, it's over. RosenkreuzStilette Spiritia is over. This was a fun little romp. I enjoyed myself. This was lovely. Definitely has its difficult moments, but nothing that I can't handle. If you pretty much know the Mega Man layout, played a lot of Mega Man games, it's pretty basic and pretty faithful to the Mega Man series as a good homage to it. But anyway, time for the usual upcoming plans. Get this out of the way for anyone who still watches me for my Mugen videos. I'm still not doing any Mugen videos. I'm only doing that unless requested. So if you got a request for Mugen videos, just get in contact with me any kind of way and I'll see what I can do. As for playthrough plans, I still have another RosenkreuzStilette playthrough to go through. If you already know, there's still Grolla's game that I'm going to be doing. And since I've done this in arcade mode, I want to do Grolla's game in story mode. So that's going to be the plan. That leaves the one issue of if I have this in English or is it going to be in Japanese. I will confirm that the next playthrough in Grolla's story will be in English. I've officially bought a copy of the game and gotten the English translation, so I will be doing Grolla's game in its entirety from start to finish. No breaking of parts, just one big video in English. As for those who might be interested in my Megaman 9 playthroughs, I'm postponing that one for a little bit, cause I still want to do some focus on my Mugen project that I'm still trying to get to. So as you see our enemy roll call, this is pretty much the official end of Spiritia's arcade run. I hope everyone enjoyed, even the singing parts. But I just hope you enjoy. And Grolla's game will be up as soon as I can get it. Before it's over, the reason that the last stage was a little different was because I cannot do the endings if I recorded the replay of it. It's still from the same replay file, but I wouldn't be able to show the endings if I actually recorded from the replay. This whole part was done when I was actually playing through the file before saving it. Now that I got that out of the way, I'm just gonna leave you with the rest of the stuff, including clear times and all that. So with this, I'll see you next time. The favorite first generation LordVucious Apollo Creed, signing out.